Meech. All right. The first time we hear from Meech is when Terry calls and he's talking in code. When he's talking in code, what I mean by that is, hey, our travel agent is jammed up. Our travel agent can't book any more flights. Our travel agent is out of commission. Our travel agent don't have any connecting flights. Now, travel agent, if we were talking on Detective Jen, we would put on the board travel agent. So would y'all think we should put that on the board? Cause I mean, I still got to put more characters up there. But should we put the code on the board, like travel agent, trips, picking up luggage? So we put what that means on the board. Y'all want to do that, or that y'all don't care about that? Just so we can understand, when we hear travel agent, we think connect. When we think luggage, we think cocaine. When we think a trip, we think in Atlanta to the D. You know what I'm saying? Or a D to the A to the D, B to the C to the E to the E to the F to the O to the G. Or ZYX, WV, UTSRQP, ONM, LK, JIH, GFE, DCBA. Maybe it's Z to A. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They say, Mo, how you know your alphabet backwards? Nigga, the same way you know it forward, I know it backwards. I'm sorry. But Meech is like, all right, what do you mean the travel agent got jammed up? Man, he gone. All right, fuck. Now we know that Charles pulls up, and Charles pulls up because the Migos came to the house and they were looking for Demetrius. Now I don't know who a Demetrius is. You don't, excuse me, you don't know who a Demetrius is. I don't know who a Demetrius is, but we're trying to figure it out together because we're all like, who the hell is Demetrius? Well, he's like, listen, I'm gonna look down in Atlanta for new people. You stay up there and you try to figure it out. From here, he goes back to the studio. Well, he was in the studio, but Stacks actually shows up and he's telling Meech, hey, the rest of that work that we got, I can potentially get it off. I know some people that know some people that know some people. And whenever you know some people that know some people that know some people, then you could definitely know some people that gonna buy some shit from some people that know some people that know some people. But we hear Duffy bring up the elephant in the room. Wait, whoa. How are we going to make Glock and them get down? And Meech is like, look, if it's smart on Glock, then he would know that we don't need to be going to war. You remember last week, episode 1, where I was saying that I would like to see Meech get with the MK and then apply that pressure to Techwood? That's exactly what Meech is trying to do. And we even heard that last week when they were in the club. He said, oh, so you trying to do some enemy of the enemy is a friend. And that's basically what Meech is trying to do. Now, we do know that Stacks is trying to get that work off. But the reason that Meech is trying to go at Glock is because Glock has a connect also. And if they can get this connect, they'll be able to put work back in the streets because right now they're dried up with Cena, their travel agent, being in the Bam Bam. You know what I mean? The Wham Bam. Now, this is where we get introduced to Angel. Now, at the Platinum Palace, I was about to say Platinum Palace, we got topless dances, topless dance, nude dance, couch dances, VIP booths, champagne room. Okay. All right. Y'all doing option. Let me know what option is something that's feasible for you. We got option 1, topless dance, $7. We got nude dance, which is $15. You got couch dances, which are $25. You got the VIP booths, where we take up to $100. And then you got the champagne room, which is $250 to get started. Are we going to 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Which one are we doing? Let me know what y'all want. Are we ordering the topless dance, which is a $7? The nude, the $15. The couch dance is a $25. VIP boost is a $100. Or are we going to the champagne room for the $250 down? Which one are we going to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, OT, man. We done went in on Terry and Marquisha, bro. That nigga Terry different. Right now, we trying to get in the club. My nigga OT, Big Bank OT is in the building. OT, you let us know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we doing the topless dance for $7, which is the number 1? Are we ordering the number 2, the $15 nude dance? The number 3, the couch dance for $25. Number 4, the $100 VIP boost, or are we going number 5, $250 champagne room to get it cracking? OT, Big Bank OT, aka the realest nigga, is in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OT. What are we doing tonight in the Platinum Palace? What are we doing tonight? OT said we got 250. We got 250. Hold on. Do I got 250 on me? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my 250. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my I'm gonna try to get 250, but give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We're gonna try to get 250 for tonight. All right, OT. Hey OT, let me holler at you real quick before we go over there and pay for this champagne room. They said it's 250. All right, look, I probably got like 75 on me. You spot me that other one. You spot me the other 175. OT, I got like 75 on me. You spot me the 175, so we can go ahead. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go in there, we're gonna do a big champagne room, baby. Yeah. You spot me that other 175. I got like 75 on your boy. You know what I mean? I had to pay that 20 to get in. Remember? I paid that 20 to get in, I had to get some wings and shit. Come on, man. You got the other 125 for your boy? It's OT, it's me, man. You know I'm good for it on the first. OT, it's me, man. I'm good for it on the first, OT. You got the other 125. We going to champagne room. I went out to the car. I lost my debit card. I lost the debit card. You got the other 125 for you? He talking about champagne room. Fuck. All right, bet. Well, he shows up and Greenie's in here. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, on some real shit, Greenie was on some, he was like, man, I ain't with all of that all that going to try to steal the plug from Glock. That ain't me, man. We ain't here. We some fly individuals. You know what I'm saying? We some fly individuals. We ain't fucking with all that riffraff, nigga. We getting money out here. But then Angel pulls up, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Angel showed up. I follow Angel on Instagram. I said, God damn. I follow Angel. I seen, if I would have been in the strip club and seen Angel, you already know how I would have been. Man, they would have turned me into Drew, but I'm not talking about all the way into Drew. They just gave me the little. Oh Lord. Ooh. Who is this? Ooh, wait. I said, who is this? I said, damn. I said, look at Angel. I said, ooh, wee. Oh. Jay, fine. Oh Lord, nigga. If I was one of them weak ass niggas throwing money in the club, nigga, I would have threw all my money on Angel. Bring Angel to the main stage. Bring her to the main stage. Who is she? Angel could have been in my ear telling me whatever she wanted. I'm gonna marry you. You just my OT, let me borrow $1,000, OT. OT, let me hold $1,000, my nigga. I got to give her money. She says she's feeling a nigga. She says she's feeling a nigga, OT. Oh. Someone call my mama. Tell my mama it's an emergency. I need her to bail me out. I need her to put the house up for collateral. Tell her to give me $100,000 cash. I'm locked up right now. Tell my mama I'm spending it all on Angel. My mama gonna be mad as hell when I wake up Sunday morning. Son, were you all right? I said, Mom, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I leveraged the house for a piece of pussy. Oh. I'm sorry, Mom. Her name was Angel. She told me she loved me. She said she normally don't do this. She normally don't fuck with clients like this. So when I gave her the 100,000, Mama, she said she was gonna be with me. I'm sorry. I lost it all, Mama. I'm sorry. I was a fool. I didn't want to, Mom, but I had to. You didn't see that ass on her, Mama. She had an ass I ain't never, and she told me she loved me, Mama. She got on my neck. I was like, hey, yo, chill. But she was feeding me fingers. She was fingering me, goddamn. She was feeding me goddamn chicken wings, Mama. You know I love chicken wings, Mama. She was feeding me chicken wings. I didn't have no other option, Mama. She gave me chicken and she was wiping my face off. I got done with the chicken wings. She said, I said, oh, Mama, I had to give her all my money in my pocket, Mama. I'm a bitch ass nigga, I know, but man, I was in love. Oh, Angel. Why'd you do this to me, Angel? You broke my heart. What? I thought I was gonna marry Angel. Oh, and she smelled good. She wasn't one of them funky ass strippers either. Oh, why did I have to be the sucker? I lost your house, mama. OT, I lost your $1,000. I apologize to y'all. Oh, yeah. But luckily that ain't me, y'all. Luckily that ain't me, and I have my shit together, bro. I seen Angel earlier, and I already knew Angel, she high ticket. I already knew Angel was gonna run that bag up on a nigga. So a nigga like me, listen, give me where the basic strippers at? Where the strippers at that'll give me a dance for $7, nigga? Angel look like she gonna hit a nigga over the head for a hundun. Listen, I'm not one of them niggas that fall for that bullshit. I think in a realistic mind frame, and I realize like this, no disrespect what I'm about to say, but we in the strip club, and this is how niggas talk in the strip club. This bitch bad. That mean that bitch gonna want the bag. If a bitch is bad in the strip club, the bitch is gonna want the bag. I apologize for saying the B word, but I gotta be real. A bad bitch in the strip club, the bitch wants the bag. I gotta say it that way because that's the only way niggas in the strip club will understand what I'm saying. Now, I'm not calling them a bitch. I'm just saying a bitch. Just like I'm not calling my niggas a nigga. I'm just saying my niggas. You see what I'm saying? All of it's just a term and endearment. It's just how we talk. Now, luckily for me, I understand that concept, but it's a lot of niggas that don't. And that's why I have a saying that every 3 minutes and 39 seconds, we lose a brother to the streets. And I don't mean dead or in jail, but I mean simping, being suckers. It's just the way it goes. It's the way of life. Now, luckily for me, I learned at an early age, don't be one of them niggas. And I'll tell you this, though. The Platinum Palace got way better women than the Pink. It is what it is at this point. But Meech sees Angel and he's like, oh shit. Damn. Now Greenie's like, yeah, that right there, Playboy. That right there, my top dollar. But that VIP is calling you, baby. Now Meech, he looking, he kind of side-eyeing him. He's like, man, I gotta get in with the strippers. Definitely an A+ move. The stripper connection is crazy. Now the strippers know everybody. They'll know the DJ. Excuse me. They'll know the DJs. They'll know who knows the DJs. They'll know all the ball players. They'll know which one of their homeboys like do clothing, graphic designs. They know everybody. So Duffy is like, haha, yeah, you really about to do that route? He's like, yeah. So when he talks to old girl, he's like, listen. And even she's straight too. She got some chompers on her, but yeah, she's straight too. He's like, hey, how much would it cost to get a date with Angel outside of the spot? And you know what I'm saying? Spread that money around. Spread that money around. Nah, there was this stripper. Believe it or not, there was one stripper that I was real cool with. Well, I mean, I've been cool with a couple of strippers. I went to school with this stripper, and she was actually on the Flavor of Love. No, was it the Flavor of Love? No, she was on so I went to school with this stripper. Her name was Jasmine Waters. That was her stripper name. But I went to school with her, and I was always cool with her. And she was on Real Chance of Love. So she used to work down in Magic City, but she used to FaceTime me and shit while she was in there. So I knew like all the strippers down there because hell, I was cool with her. And she was, since she was on TV, she was kind of big time. So it's like all the other strippers, oh, what's up, Mo? Yeah. So, you know, I knew a couple of strippers, but I ain't never had one where I was like, man, let me just spend some money. You know, I was young. I would go in there, trick off like $100 or something. I was like, man, this shit's stupid. But I mean, that's a true story. I'm gonna try to find her name and stuff. But all right, so he's like, hey, can you hook me up with a date with Angel? She's like, all right. And he says, hey, spread some of this money around. And from there, he ends up going on a date. Now, this is where things get a little cloudy here because is Meech, I want you guys' take on this. Is Meech trying to get at her or is he using her to try to get information? Because initially it seemed like he was trying to get information, but it seems like Meech then fell in love with her. I gotta agree with OT. It seems like Meech then fell in love with her. I'm in love with a stripper. She rockin', she rollin'. She climbing that pole, and I'm in love with a stripper. She got the body of a goddess. Girl. Yeah, it's a little cloudy because I didn't understand what was going on. I'm OT, you know how I tell the story. I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story from what we're seeing. At this point, it's a little bit cloudy. Now, we know what's going to come after this. When Meech starts doing the fighting in the club, that's when I say, oh, yeah, this nigga's full-blown tricking, full-blown simping. But at this point, I'm like, okay, is it just about him getting this information? I got to tell the story where we at. I can't jump ahead. So that's why I said it was a little cloudy at this point. But once we seen Meech throwing punches, I said, oh, yeah, this nigga's all the way over his head. Now, what happens is she comes in here. Now, she's a businesswoman. And when she shows up, he's like, hey, I need some information. He gets straight to business. I'm like, all right, cool. This is what Meech is on. This is what we own. Well, she's like, well, my reputation is on the line. He's like, all right, well, cool. I can't go back to old boy without no money. He's like, you can't go back to who? I can't go back to Greenie without no money. So he said, damn, all right. All right, you can't go back to Greenie with no money. This is how I would have been. This is real talk. This is how I would have been. She would have been like, I can't go back to Greenie without no money. I said, okay. You got to go back with Greenie with some money. You thought you was about to get some euro up off your boy? You not getting no euro off your boy. You can take them little funky ass dollars back to that nigga Greenie. But you not getting a dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no purse, you can't see. That I'm a motherfucking PIMP. You thought you was gonna get some euro out of your boy? My nigga said it's gonna be 250 to get in there. I got what 150 right here. We got what 20, 40, 60, 80. We got 100. Well, we got 100 in dollars. We got 150 in euro. Man, hell no. Talking about I gotta bring Greenie back some money, man. Fuck that nigga Greenie and fuck you. I gotta bring Greenie back some money. Man, you better get out of my face. OT, she thought I was about to give her some euro. What we got? Well, he ends up giving her some money. And from here, it went from me trying to get information to these two opening up to each other. It goes from me trying to get information to her saying, well, you know, I was an orphan. Now, I did mention like my mom. My mom wasn't an orphan, but when my grandmother passed away, my mom, two sisters and her brother, they all got split up. Now, My mom and her next sister, my auntie Tina, who passed away, those two went together. And then my other aunt, my aunt Kim, she ended up going to Minnesota with that side of the family. And that's how I'm related to Prince and Michael Baker. So my aunt Kim, on her side of the family, we got Grandma Baker. Now, Grandma Baker had a son, Michael Baker, which is basically her, like, that's her brother, who she was adopted by. Her brother was the guy that played the drums for Whitney Houston, Michael Baker. So when I tell you guys about the Five Heartbeats, that's my uncle, Michael Baker, that wrote those songs for the Five Heartbeats, because my aunt was adopted by that family, and that's how he's my uncle. And then their cousin is Prince's cousin. So all of that goes, that's how all that's tied in. So it's not like my blood family, but Michael Baker, if you look up the Five Heartbeats and you see Michael Baker, that's my uncle. He played drums for Whitney Houston. But my mother was you know what I'm saying, she was basically adopted, and then after they were in Kansas, and then she got adopted again, and that's how I got my extended family in Kansas City, and then that's how her and my dad ran into each other, because when she got adopted again is when she was in Kansas City and my dad was in Kansas. Well, not when she was adopted, but like that's how she ended up in Kansas City, because she was adopted again. And then as she grew up, my dad ended up in Kansas City after he came back from New York. Well, he went to Vietnam, went to New York, Pittsburgh, and then he ended up in Kansas City. And that's how my parents met each other. So that's how they ended up in Kansas City together. And then that's how I got born in Kansas City. Somehow they ended up in fucking Kansas City. You know what I mean? But that's how my parents met each other. Both ended up in Kansas City. Shit, and then that's how I was born out there. But these two, they open up to each other, and we hear that Meech actually gives credit to his dad. Like, man, Charles instilled a hard work ethic on him and made sure that, you know what I'm saying, they had everything. And that's why Meech wanted better, because he doesn't resent his father. It's just like, I'm trying to do better. It's just the route that he's taken is a little bit different. Yeah. So they lived in Duluth. Yeah. My grandma Baker lives in Duluth. Michael Baker, they all lived in Duluth, Minnesota. Yep. See? RC. RC's back in it. I don't even know RC, but he knows about my uncle. You see what I'm saying? True stories here. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. But yeah, they lived up in Duluth, Minnesota. See? I got a little bit of royalty in the family. Now it didn't trickle down to me. I'm trying to make a way for myself now, but you know, it is what it is. Now they go back to the strip club and they get some information. They like, hey, we just sold those last bricks, but over in the corner, we see a nigga with a stack of money throwing it at motherfucking Angel's head. That's where I went to school. My brother knew him. The Lufus Mall. Oh shit! Shout out, hey, shit. You might know. Shit, you might know my uncle Tony. Then my uncle Tony lived in Duluth. My real uncle Tony. Remember, my aunt Kim and Uncle Tony, they got separated and they ended up in Minnesota. They were up in Duluth, so you might know my uncle Tony. He's up there too. No, it's not a beer can. This is High Noon. Let me finish this and I'll promote the High Noon, and we'll see if High Noon is sending some money. But Angel is over here in the VIP booths that are $100, and he paid $100 and she ain't dancing. But Meech sees this, and this is when I realized that Meech was in love. You need to respect the women. Now look at this dude right here. This is me right here. I'm like, hey man, we can't give the strippers money. We gonna get our ass whooped if we give the strippers money. They like, nah, that's just over there in the VIP booths. He's like, okay, cool, 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 cool. I was just making sure I didn't want to get my ass whooped in this motherfucker. But after this, Angel realizes that Meech is different. So she's like, let me dance for you. And she gives him a name, Santiago. Go meet Santiago at this location. So we like, oh shit. Finally, we got some shit cracking. You gave me a name. You gave me an address. You gave me a location. I can't go wrong with this. I gotta go make something shake at this point. So they go over there. Now, this is where we see the bodies drop. Once they get to the house, though, unfortunately, we find a couple of bodies on the ground. And this body is a Miami killer. We see the Haitian flag. So they looking around and Duffy like, man, what the hell? And they got a phone that's ringing. And this phone is ringing because they're trying to, hey, what's happening? Y'all making it? Hey, y'all good? What's going on? They shooting at y'all? Y'all make it out of there? Yeah, Greeny was hating. I just skipped over that because I was gonna talk about it when it came towards the end when Tia, was it Tia or Tia, whatever her name is. I was gonna bring it up at that point, Kendall. I got you, girl. You know I ain't forgetting nothing. I got you. We just trying to power through this thing a little bit. Well, when they go in this room, the phone is ringing, and when the phone is ringing, we're trying to figure out who the hell is on the phone. But it looks like they just checking out to make sure that everything is all right. Well, all of them are dead. You know what I'm saying? All my friends are dead. So there ain't no answers, there ain't no responses. And we get introduced to Loco. Now, Loco is in here smoking a cigar. Now, my whole thing about this was with the shooting that's going on because they don't get a proper introduction to him. And he's like, look, Ty Washington. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah. But we came here to see Santiago. They're like, nah, Santiago, some bullshit. We got to go. Now, if I seen a dude in a goddamn jogging sweatsuit, I'm definitely not about to follow him. What was your first thought? If you were Meech and you seen this guy smoking a cigar with a jogging suit on and a Detroit hat, are you trusting him? So, Mozzie, these guys, this is Loco. Loco worked for Cena. Cena was the connect that they initially had, but Cena got locked up. So, just a quick overview. Cena gets locked up, but he makes a recommendation. Now, this guy Loco is the guy that pulled up to the house that was talking to Charles. They were looking for Meech. Now, the reason they're looking for Meech is because they know Ty Washington is a reliable person. Ty Washington said that he trusts Meech because Meech is fast. Fast as far as moving to work. So, Loco, when he met up with Terry, he was looking for Meech, but Terry told him that nah, Meech ain't here no more. He's in Detroit. I'm the boss now. So from there, I'm trying to find the pictures for you. So from there, Loco left Detroit to go down to Atlanta to try to find Meech after Terry told him that no, I'm in charge now. So that was what this scene was. Remember? We're looking for Demetrius. He's like, no, it's Meech, nigga. Meech is gone. He's in Detroit. In Atlanta. You got to come and talk to me. So now they went down to Atlanta to find Meech. But once they get to the house, it's a setup. So that's why he's saying we got to go because this ain't what we was expecting. And then the shooting happens because you see the phone call. The phone call to this guy is them checking to see if they actually got Meech because Santiago was a bullshit play. Santiago was never real. Santiago was just, you know what I'm saying, some shit that they said that Angel heard, and they knew that she was going to probably relay the information. So this was a whole setup from the whole get-go. So the phone is ringing. Hey, did y'all get them? But they're dead. So when we see Loco in here, Loco's like, hey, Santiago, that's bullshit. We got to go right now. Bang, bang. And that's when the shootout starts. Shout out to my brother Detroit Kings. Hope you cooked that cartoon character. Now, we just now getting to Loco now. But this is where I had my only real disagreement with the show. The Haitians pulled up and we counted 5 bodies, 2 inside the house, 3 in the whip. These dudes are shooting. I'm talking tearing shit up. We know about Kodak Black's uncle. We've already established that Kodak Black's uncle is a motherfucking menace. This guy, every time you see him, is choppers on deck, chrome on ice, bullets hollow tip, and we don't care about the price. This dude is pulling up chopping. But on the inside, we got this nigga Loco. I mean, the nigga's name is Loco, but he's just in this bitch. Bullets are flying everywhere. Like, come on, man. They could have had him like, if you're gonna do something like this, I get it. His name is Loco. He don't care about shit. But have him sitting down in like the corner and smoking until the shit's over with. But the nigga just standing up and bullets are just flying all on the side of his head. Choo, choo, choo. Tearing up shit behind him. And he just sitting here smoking a cigar. Like, it is what it is. My homeboys are gonna save us. Man, your homeboys, they ain't started shooting yet. The fucking Haitians are outside lighting this bitch up. That was my only gripe. That I was like, come on, man. They could have did, okay, it's cool. We see that this nigga player, this nigga don't care. But come on, man. They could have had him like sitting in the corner smoking or something. I said, man, get this. Listen, Kodak Black's uncle. We know Kodak Black's uncle ain't playing around. He laid down niggas last week. Look at this nigga, man. He walking with the chop. He walking with the chop. Now, I ain't no chopper toter, but golly, this nigga walking with the chop. But as the dust settles, they realize, hey, man, Ty Washington, I'm Ty Washington. I'm with Ty Washington. You with Ty Washington. Loyalty. I got loyalty, got loyalty inside my DNA. So it's like, all right, fuck it. At this point, it is fictionalized. We did the disclaimer at the beginning of the episode, so we can't complain about it. I mean, it's just us griping. But other than that, it's definitely a good episode. It's just that one part for me was what stood out. I'm like, man, they could have did something. Like, all right, fuck it. We here now. You know what I mean? I mean, we seen Meech hanging out of a car and picking up the dope. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Look at the woods in the background. I ain't seeing nothing. I mean, the Colombians came from over here. The translator came out there. But we handle this and we good to go. Now from there, Meech tells Terry, hey, look, I got you, bro. We got us a new travel agent. The trips and the luggage are on the way, baby. We good. Now, later on that night, they end up going back to the strip club. Now, as Kendall mentioned earlier, Greenie was watching and Greenie was low-key hating. Greenie was hating for the simple fact that Meech was trying to push up on Angel. And you know how it go. You know how it go. When you got a little bad thing, niggas is going to be hating. Niggas is going to be trying to figure out what the hell is going on. That's just a part of the game. So Stacks comes over. He trying to talk to Unc. And Unc don't dap nobody up because he only fucks with Meech. Now Greenie comes out of nowhere. And Greenie's talking about, hey, all the drinks for you guys are on the house. Because, you know, I don't want no bruised women because they don't sell. We also get introduced to Tina again, who was Monique's cousin, who said that she's studying pre-law. So what we need to put with Tina is in the near future, once she gets the law degree, like Young Dolph said, put her through law school, she might become the lawyer for Meech and Terry. Well, not Terry because he ain't in Atlanta, but she might become the lawyer for Meech and BMF down here in the A. Now, Greenie, at first we were thinking Stacks was probably the guy we got to look out for, but Stacks seems like he's loyal. He just wanted to make sure that Meech was standing on business. Now, Greenie comes over here talking about, yeah, all drinks are on you, on us tonight. But it doesn't matter because BMF got that bread. BMF got that bankroll. BMF is what I should have been in my past life, but I never made it to that. BMF got that. They got that cash on them. I'm talking moolah, baby. And you hear Meech say when he walks off, man, that's slick motherfucker. So he's already looking at Greenie a little bit different. And that's because Angel opened up to him and was basically explaining what was going on. But he was saying that she's special. she's saying that, you know what I'm saying, you different. So it was kind of like, I don't know, Meech. Are you trying to backdoor Greenie for Angel? But Angel has gave up the right information, even though Duffy thought maybe she was the one that set them up. But we really don't know at this point. Dr. Stanky over there on Twitch talking about Donald T 2024. Yeah. Donald T is gonna be in jail in 2024, Dr. Stanky. Dr. Stanky 69. He's gonna be in jail in 2024. So continue to support him if you want to. Matter of fact, go ahead and go buy some of them shoes or go send some money to his campaign, or should I say his lawyer and legal fees, because it ain't going to his campaign because the motherfucker's barely winning. But anyway, we getting back on to Meech and them over in the Platinum Palace. After we leave here, they head on to the crib. Now they drinking too. Did y'all notice when they came in the house though? Did y'all peep when they came in the house? Meech threw his bottle on the stairs. Like, this nigga Meech came in the house and just threw his shit on the stairs and was like, fuck it.